Yo, what's up and welcome back to Tryhard Nation. As always, I'm your host, the Omega Tryhard, and today I'm going to give you all of the resources that a new and or intermediate player needs to become proficient in Marvel Contest of Champions. So let's jump into it. So, before the video starts, just a couple little pieces of housekeeping here. Thank you guys for all of the support on my last couple of videos. I really appreciate it. In the last couple of days, I've got something like 15 new subscribers, which might be nothing to a bunch of people, but to me, it really does mean the world. It really motivates me to keep pushing out this new content and to really try to build out this community. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys. It really does mean the world to me. But now let's go ahead and jump into it. So one of my subscribers, shout out to Shiny Rhydon 34, I believe it was. He asked me a couple, or actually I don't know if they asked me, a couple questions if I could give them information on upcoming arenas and feature champions and how to get new characters and push that kind of content and stuff like that. And I could make weekly videos saying, hey, this is who's coming to the arena. This is what you should aim for. They're good. They're not good. Don't waste your time. Like, I could make all of those types of videos and it would be free content. It would be very easy to do. But it's like that. What is that one saying? It's something like if you give a man a fish, he can feed his family. But if you teach a man how to fish, he can feed a village or something like that. Basically, I wanna show you guys all of the resources that I use to answer questions when I'm not 100% sure. I think it's super important to utilize all of these websites and stuff that I'm about to show you, even as an advanced player, because there really is just so many different complicated interactions and stuff like that in this game. And even veterans have questions from time to time, and especially even things like this month's side quest where you have to do daily dual targets. A lot of people don't have lists of stuff like that set up, but the people that do make graphics and share those kind of information to make our lives easier. So enough rambling, let's go ahead and just jump into it. So the first website that I think everybody should use is Aunt May. This is all of your information that you'll ever need about characters, champions, prestige, all that stuff. It's all located here. I use this literally every single day, whether I have questions about how a champion's signature level will affect it. So if I have a Elsa 5-star rank 3 and I want to see how much it would affect if I just give her an awakening gem, or if I give her an awakening gem and 46, or the difference between that and Sig 200, you can look at all that information here. Prestige, if you want to make your prestige and just check what it would be. If you had, I don't know, all of these, let's say 5-star rank 5. Oops, messed that one up. If you just want to say, hey, I want to know what my prestige would be if I awaken Agent Venom, or if I Sig 200 Venom, Agent Venom. I want to see all of the different prestige lists and who has the highest, who has the lowest, who is high at Sig 20, who's really high at Sig 200. All that kind of information you can find here. It answers all of your questions. And again, I use this literally every day. Use this website. Now, if it's not about champions, it's probably about what's going on in the game itself, right? So what I would do is I would go to Marvel Trucos. So this is his Twitter, or their Twitter, and this person, whoever they are, is probably the go-to person for all of Marvel Contest of Champions breaking news and events. So what they do is they create graphics, as you can see here, for a bunch of different things. It varies from like dual targets to help us with the side quest every day, so we don't have to go hunting down looking for somebody on a map. He gives us easy dual targets to, hey, this new piece of content is coming out and this is what the exploration rewards look like. You'll get all of this stuff, or graphics like this, which is like tier lists. So there's a very popular MCoC tuber, which you probably know. It's this little British chap named Seaton, and he makes a tier list every month, and he Trucos puts like a graphic in it just to make it a little bit more visually appealing and understandable. He also does things like, if you go a little bit further back, things like arena. So here he tells you what days the next arena starts, what day the second round of that arena starts, who is going to be the feature, who's going to be the basic, all that kind of stuff. So again, I would follow this Twitter, or at least I don't think it's private, so you can just, even if you don't use Twitter, because I don't really either, just go to his Twitter, bookmark it, whatever, like I have it here, and just come here for whatever. If you have a question about something breaking news, it'll be here, most likely. Aside from that, if it's not about champions, if it's not about what's going on in the game, maybe you have questions about how to play the game, how to evade. Maybe you're having a hard time fighting Korg or Rhino or Iceman, or you're not sure how to backdraft intercept or bait out specials, or whatever the case may be. I would come here to Dork Lessons, Dorky Diggity Daves himself. He has a ton of videos on, if I go to his playlist, I think it's called like a ninja or something like that. MCoC training series. Yeah, I think this is it. If you go here, he has a bunch of different videos showing you how to do different things in the game. So how to reparry, how to reverse intercept, how to bait out specials, how to be aggressive, how to spite specific champions like Venom, how to deal with specific trouble fights like 4.3.3 Juggernaut. All of these types of things. He has huge in-depth guides with great graphics and great editing to really freeze the fight, or freeze the interaction, or freeze the mechanic, and show you how things work. I can try to remake this video and it would do wonders for my YouTube, but honestly, I would be doing the community a disservice trying to remake these, because it will never be as in-depth or as good quality as these. So I would definitely recommend, if you have questions about how to play, like how to physically play, go to Dork Lessons, look at his MCoC training series and watch this, because I learned how to fight watching these. Now, if it's not about how to fight, if it's not about the champions, if it's not about breaking news, maybe it's about old content or the history of whatever, or maybe you just have a random question. The Marvel Contest of Champions Reddit is a great source to go for answers. The community is, they can tend to bitch and moan a lot, pardon my French, but it is what it is. It's the vocal minority, I guess, or the people that take the time to go down there and actually make posts and stuff like that, complaining, like responding to stuff. However, there is a incredibly powerful and incredibly helpful portion of the community that has made a bunch of crazy helpful and crazy in-depth guides on this game that can be found on this subreddit. So if you go to wiki and then go to spreadsheets, it'll bring you to this page here, and on this page there's so much information that has been being kept and hoarded for years. So if you, let's say you have questions about Act 5, right, or Act 6, you can go to you can click this Act 5, where is it, Act 5.4 node list, maps, champion progression, spreadsheets, blah, blah, blah. You can go here and you can look at the maps, for example, and it'll show you all of the different maps for Act 5.4, what the different champions are, what the nodes are, what the map itself looks like. All of that kind of stuff can be found here. Or if you want to know the arena cutoffs and you want to see what, I don't know, Doctor Strange went for the last time, or what Juggernaut went for the last time, you can find all of that information here to I don't know, try and make your best guess at who's what the cutoff is going to be for whatever champion it is you're aiming for. So let's scroll up. If let's say I really like Red Hulk, right? He's a super cool champion and I want to go for him in this arena, but I'm not 100% sure how much I should be putting in, right? So I could say, okay, Red Hulk isn't a new character, so how much do I think that he would go for? So let's look at other new characters. So other new characters are going to be every other character. So I'm going to skip Red Goblin and I'm going to go to Magneto, right? He had 1.6 round 2 and 1.5 round 1. Okay, he's a pretty good champion. This makes sense. That's a pretty good estimate of a cutoff. So let's go back past Apocalypse, because as you can see, that cutoff jumped up because he's a new champion. He's a good champion. He's a high prestige champion. He has a lot of utility. So again, it's going to jump up the score. But because Magneto, again, he's older, he's a good support character, but he's still not as good as Red Magneto. Is a little bit lower. It went down to 1.5. So Professor X, again, it jumps up because he's newer, good for prestige, all that kind of stuff. Skip that, go to Iceman. Again, Iceman was 1.5. So just looking at this information here, we can guess, okay, Red Hulk is a pretty good character. He's an old character. And all of these right here, they also went for about 1.5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to aim for 1.6, which should be able to land me this Red Hulk, because it would have landed me this Magneto or this Iceman or this Doctor Strange, and these are all comparable level characters. Or let's say you're a beginner and you just want like a beginner's guide to read through. You're at work, you don't have the time to watch a video, your kids are around, something like that. You can read through this beginner guide, which shows you all of the different types of mechanics in the game. Or you can go to the tier list and you can see all of the different tier lists and the offensive or best awakened. Or you can see the schedule for Marvel Contest of Champions if you're going on vacation and you're trying to see, hey, do I have to let my alliance know that I'm not going to be around for Alliance Quest or something like that? Or, hey, when is the next Alpha Catalyst Arena? Or, hey, when is the next, what is the next basic champion going to be? All of that information is going to be found here, and all of this information is going to be found on Reddit. Again, all of these sources are invaluable to all players in MCoC, but especially for new players, because this game can be very overwhelming and you can have a bunch of questions going in, and a lot of people don't know where to get all of these questions answered. So myself, when I have questions, this is what I do. And if you guys ask me a question and I don't know off the top of my head, this is how I would go to find it. So hopefully this would help you guys. If it did, hit the video with a like, hit it with a dislike if you didn't, subscribe if you want to continue to support me or just get updates on when my new videos come out so you can tell me that I suck. All of that, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching it, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.